This is our last piece from the Moorforge writers. This is called The Lightning Men by Steve Beals, who was the father of Katie Beals,
who we heard earlier.
So, yes, some
and from Bull Gill, which
yes.
is right next to Moorforge.
So, damn this rain-soaked land and all who squat in it. The 5 grizzled heads nodded in agreement in the gloom. This was the second night on the run, and the rain had not let up once. A sudden ripple of thunder drowned out the stream of invectives that followed Agner's complaint, and the savage snarl on his face was thrown into harsh relief by the accompanying flash of lightning. "Mjolnir has been tested hard up there tonight," joked Beate, trying to lighten the mood. "I'd have thought even Thor's arm might have tired by now." His attempt fell on deaf ears. "I don't like this storm. It's not natural. 2 days of thunder and lightning, and the rain. The rain! It can't be the work of our gods, mark me. We've travelled so far, yet I fear they're beyond any aid they might send. Would, though, that Bylister come and calm this weird tempest, should Thor find him hard-pressed elsewhere, of course." Oddvar fell back into his silence, and drew his cloak tighter around him, glancing ominously at his companions. His words struck a chord with Tolak. "Yes, remember the Saxon witch? She cursed us, I tell you. We should not have strayed so far from our own lands, though our quarry led us on. Aye, we fear not the men of Vian Baltun, yet the marsh beyond there is an evil place, and I've heard sinister tales of the woman who dwells amongst the willows." "Ah, superstitious nonsense. The hunt went well, and we've been well rewarded by Skadi for our troubles. All we need to do now is wait out this weather and work out how we're going to haul this great weight of meat and skins back home," sneered Fritloff. "To hell with any talk of witchcraft, and to hell with this place. I miss the Irish coast. Hell, I even miss the fjords. And what do I have in their stead? The mud flats of Solway and all the meagre offerings its brackish waters have to offer." "Enough of this prattle. Has an old woman and a bit of rain unmanned you so easily? It's neither her harsh words nor the storm we should fear, but the trespass we have committed, and the Saxons who now hunt us in return. Entering their sacred grove was a mistake, for which we may yet pay dearly, more even than perhaps our ill-gotten gains will bring us. They lost track of us in the bogs, but the sound of your whining may draw them yet." His hunting party looked abashed, apart from Fritloff, who nodded in earnest agreement as Haldor continued. "Get some rest. Not before we see the flanks of Crow Hill across the water will we be safe." A fell voice carried on the wind, keening like the gulls that wheeled over the Solway, but it was the renewed violence of the storm that woke them up. The Saxon crone finally had her quarry at bay. Night still held all in its grip, and the sky was rent with great gashes of lightning. Some of the men fondled for thunderstones, but those small flint axes brought no comfort, muttering panicked prayers for the protection of Thor and any other god who cared to listen. The hunting party cowered beneath the oak tree they had sought for shelter. The storm grew in intensity, and eyes widened as streaks of lightning began to form recognizable shapes in the tortured sky. Ears strained at the sound of a name that danced just out of reach in the maelstrom. Lucetius! Lucetius! Slowly, human-like figures formed amongst the boiling clouds, and began their flickering advance earthwards. In horror, Haldor and his men looked up, but it was not the brilliance of Valkyries, as they had hoped, coming to bear them away to Valhalla that half-blinded them. Slowly, inexorably, with horrid, jerky movements, the lightning men descended on their prey.